Good morning, YouTube. My name is Phil, or Coach True. So I own a nutrition consulting company, and I used to own some gyms, so I've had that. And also people used to call me True when I was in the military. I was in the military for a long time, and so I've had that nickname for a long time. This is going to be the first video in a series of videos documenting the build of a 2002 Honda S2000. I'll get into more details in a minute. I'm taking delivery of it in just a few minutes, so I'm going to document that. Not only is this video going to be about, or this series going to be about the S2000 in general, it's going to be about drag racing, do it yourself, and how you can get into the sport of drag racing and be competitive on a budget. I think particularly over the last few years, I've seen that drag racing's kind of taking a hit. I see this online. However, we see that if you're into drag racing, you know that no prep is doing really well, but people are complaining that there's not enough places to race heads up classes specifically, because there's always going to be lots of bracket racing, but heads up classes specifically, and there just is. And so I want to document building this car particularly for a class called Forced Induction Sport, which is a class that is in the promotion of import face-off. The reason that I want to build this car for that class is for two reasons. A lot of the complaints surrounding heads-up drag racing and it being out of people's budget is because the rules allow for that to be a thing. So with Forced Induction Sport, there is a turbo limit size. That turbo limit size is 62.9 millimeters on the inducer. Now, what that does is limit power output. For those of you who don't know, the size of a turbo is relative to the power that it will output. And so when you limit the turbo size, you limit the power output, and you limit just how much a car will be able to do, how much it will, how fast it will go, how it will perform. And so what this does is allows you to build a car around this particular power output, and it keeps the class, in my opinion, much more competitive for those of us on a budget when it comes to drag racing. And so I have a great plan with this car. I hope you guys enjoy this series. There's gonna be lots of DIY stuff. I'm gonna paint the car, do all sorts of things, put a new rear end in it, those sorts of things. So if you're interested in that stuff, you wanna learn how to do little things on your own car, follow along. Like, follow, subscribe, do all that normal YouTube stuff. All right, well, here it is. It's a 02 S2000. Thanks to homie David for bringing it up here. Appreciate you. All right, so here it is. As you can see, it is going to need a generous amount of TLC, but that's kind of the point. The point here is to start with something that isn't a whole lot and to turn it into something good. Good thing is some of the bodywork's already been done. I am not a bodywork professional by any means, but we're gonna hope to make this thing look good again. And not hope, we are. We're gonna make this thing look good again and show that you can do it by yourself with some help, little help, in your own garage. Check this out. So this is actually a K24a. It still has a stock transmission behind it with the adapter plate. It's got the adapter plate for the intake manifold, but in the next videos, I will tell you what we're gonna do as far as plans with that. Because I think the K24a2 is gonna stay in, but the manifold and the transmission are going to come out. So I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the car itself and the plans. If you got any ideas, drop them in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'll see you on the next video.